Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for taking the time to spend a little time with me. I always appreciate that. Of course, guys, you know I like to do these vlogs from time to time, and we got a big topic today. Not going to hold you too long, guys. I really want to hear what you have to say. That's why I posed it as a question. You know, how do you feel? What are your thoughts? So Tom Brady will have to face the 4-game suspension in the 2016 season for his involvement, or whatever the case, you know, whatever they're getting him for in terms of this whole Deflategate situation. Now I'm going to give you my thoughts real quick. This could have easily have been resolved last season. Now I'm not telling Tom Brady to, you know, just come right out and tell on himself or what have you. If he really thinks he's innocent, whatever. I don't have a problem with that. But here's my problem with it. You have to understand the situation. You got to understand what could come with fighting. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like if you think you're innocent, you're supposed to fight to the death. But at the same time, if you know what the outcome is going to be, I mean, let's face it, we know Roger Goodell has the final say for the most part. It's in the CBA. So if you know what the end result is going to be, you know, you just need to maneuver a little differently. Like I remember Stephen A. Smith actually saying, he actually said it today as well on First Take. You know, what he should have done is reached out to Roger Goodell right off the bat. You know, you're one of the good guys in the NFL. You know, the face of the league. You could have used that power, went to Roger Goodell, went to dinner or whatever, talked to him and said, listen, what do we have to do to make this right? Roger Goodell probably would have reduced your suspension down to 2 games, maybe 1 game. All would have been well. That's one way you could have handled it. Number 2, what you could have done when it first came out. Right after that game against the Colts. What he should have done, and what I probably would have done, is I would have been like, hey, I didn't realize I was breaking the rules. Yeah, you know, I usually tell my guys to, you know, reduce the amount of air in the ball down to this amount, but I didn't know that was against the rules. My bad. You do that, they issue you probably a fine, maybe a 1-game suspension, but that's it. It's over. Because you have to remember, you know, the NFL, their whole thing is it's the ego. Their whole thing is basically how Tom Brady handled it. You know, so they got to show their power. They got to, you know, stick their chests out and show their power because, you know, he challenged them. He goes to the court in New York or whatever and wins that, you know, first battle. So they was like, no, it ain't gonna end right there. We're going to appeal. You understand? You know, the NFL, they got to protect that shield. They got to show their power. They can't be vulnerable in the eyes of the public. That ain't gonna happen. We know how business works. So what he should have done from the initial start is just say, yeah, I did that, but I didn't know. Even if he was lying, let's keep it 100. Even if he knew, he could have played it and been like, oh, I didn't know. My bad. Oops. You know what I mean? And he probably would have gotten a little fine or maybe a game, and it's over. But because you wanted to press the issue, this is what it leads to. You know, a whole year later when you could have been done with that. Is it fair? In my opinion, I guess it's fair. You know, I don't know if the 4 days is fair, because let's be honest. Whether the balls were deflated or not, okay, it may have given him an advantage. I understand that. I understand that Patriots have a bad reputation of being cheaters or what have you. We all know that. But he still had to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that just that little aspect helped him beat Tom Brady. You understand what I'm saying? It may have given him a little competitive edge slightly in certain situations, but not completely. You can't take away what the Patriots have done on the football field. I'm not even going to be that ignorant to say that. But what you have to acknowledge is, yo, if you did something that was against the rules, yo, you gotta face the music. You have to face the music. It is what it is. You know, I'm sure all teams do it. You know, probably even my Steelers here. They do something. I'm sure every team does something to get a competitive edge. I'm not going to say rules are broken, but I don't know. I don't think it was that serious. At the end of the day, the crime that he was, you know, being blamed for. But I think the way that he handled it, getting rid of the phone, getting a new phone, all that jazz, I said from day one that made it look crazy. And now he's faced with what he's faced with. So it is what it is. I say yes, you deserve what you got because of the way you played it out. I don't think you deserve that for the actual act. I don't know if that's a 4-game suspension, but that ain't what they're getting you for. They're getting you for your behavior and your conduct and how you treated the situation. That's what they're getting you for, and they trying to stick their chests out. So you should have manned up from the beginning, said, yeah, I did it. I didn't know it was against the rules. Oops. Or even after the fact, he should have went to Roger Goodell, had a talk, and he probably would have been able to get that suspension reduced. And there you have it. It would have been over. But now, not only is the court of public opinion looking at you like it's wrong, now you definitely got an asterisk on your career now, because this is actually going to be enforced. So this is going to continue to be talked about over and over and over throughout this season. So you've made it worse. But that's just my take on it, guys. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. Please let me know how you feel. Is it fair? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Whatever. Looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say. And, leave your thoughts, leave your comments. And I promise you, it will not hurt you to hit that like button. All right, guys. Until next time, let me know what you think. Peace. Once again, guys, thanks for coming by. And if you want to interact with me live, head on over to Sim Standard Radio every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, along with Smitty and Azure Fact. The call-in number for the show is down in the description. Now, of course, for more content, go ahead and click the link above. And before you go, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys. Until next time, lights out.